Ancient statues are considered relics from the distant past. Nevertheless, they sometimes contain other relics such as scrolls, letters, money, and other historically significant items. Discoveries can often be shocking, surprising, and accidental because no one expected to find such items in statues. Hi there, you're on the NSK Show channel, and today we'll talk about such cases. And yes, don't forget to like the video if you learned something new. Buddha statue. In the 1990s, a Buddha statue containing an actual monk's skeleton was found. Apparently, the monk was mummified around the 10th century, and his remains were later turned into a statue. Generally, mummification is practiced by Buddhists as a deliberate act to transform themselves into mummies, a lengthy and challenging process that starts 3 years before death. They adhere to a diet of woody food, consuming only nuts, roots, berries, and bark. In the final stage, they enter what's called en-yu-jo, ceasing to eat and drinking only water mixed with salt while meditating slowly. They are then buried in this state. Such mummies are rare, but discovering this inside a statue was indeed shocking. Initially, scientists planned to extract it, but analyzing the situation, they decided against it to prevent the mummy from disintegrating. However, X-rays showed the skeleton to be in perfect condition. Jesus statue. Several years ago, 2 scrolls were found hidden in the buttocks of a 240-year-old statue of Jesus in St. Agatha, Spain. After the discovery by a worker, a part of the sculpture was removed to reveal the scrolls. These records were made in 1777 by Joaquin Minguis, a clergyman at the Burgos de Osmo Cathedral in Spain. Minguis wrote about the statue being created by Manuel Bal, who also made similar sculptures for other cathedrals. He detailed their successful harvest of wheat, rye, oats, and barley, and the plentiful wine in their storage. He mentioned the outbreak of typhoid fever in their village and their laser activities. The church owning the statue had duplicates of the scrolls. The originals were sent to the Burgos Archbishop for archiving, and the copies were returned inside the buttocks. Ancient Chinese statue. In 2016, Australian art experts found an ancient banknote inside the head of a 645-year-old Chinese Buddha statue. The banknote was the size of a standard letter, larger and more peculiar than today's notes. The inscriptions dated it back to 1371, during the reign of the first Ming Dynasty emperor. Valued at 1 guan, it equated to 1,000 copper coins, or 28 grams of silver at that time. This rare specimen is among the earliest banknotes ever made, a currency nearly exclusive to China in 1371. Intriguingly, the discovery was entirely accidental. The statue was being prepared for auction when the banknote was found. Interestingly, neither of the previous 2 owners had spotted the currency. Later, the banknote was put up for auction. Another Jesus statue. In 2014, during the restoration of a wooden Jesus statue in Mexico, actual human teeth were discovered. This statue, named Christ of Patience, depicted Jesus awaiting crucifixion. It's unknown how the 300-year-old statue ended up with real human teeth. Old statues from this Mexican region often contain real nails, teeth, and hair. Even a statue of the infant Jesus was found with 2 small rabbit teeth. However, a statue with actual human teeth was unprecedented. The teeth were in perfect condition, making it all the more strange. The statue's mouth was always closed, making the teeth nearly invisible until X-rays were taken. Scientists suspect the teeth were taken from a living person who wanted to donate them to the church. Mexican Christians often donated body parts to churches around the 17th–18th centuries. Juliet statue. A few years back in Verona, Italy, a bronze statue of Juliet, Romeo's beloved in Shakespeare's tragedy Romeo and Juliet, was discovered. It was found to contain hundreds of keys and love letters during a restoration for St. Valentine's Day in 2015. The statue was created in 1969 and placed in Verona, as it's considered the fictional Juliet's hometown. However, due to tourists often touching the chest and hands for luck, the sculpture gradually deteriorated, leading to cracks. Soon, tourists started inserting love letters through these cracks into Juliet's hollow interior. There were also many keys, as couples sometimes inscribed their names on small locks. These keys and letters were found when specialists attempted to seal the cracks and create a replica of the statue. Scrolls inside a Buddhist statue. In May 2018, news surfaced about a bodhisattva statue discovered at the Hokeiji Temple in Nara, Japan. Standing at 76 centimeters tall and aged 700 years, this statue depicted Monju Bosatsu, the bodhisattva of wisdom, often portrayed as a person seated on a lion, holding a Buddhist book and a sword. Seating on the lion signifies taming the mind, the book symbolizes knowledge, and the sword represents overcoming ignorance. 180 items, including scrolls, relics, and other artifacts, were found, with 30 in the head and the remaining 150 in the body. Unfortunately, due to the peculiarities of computer tomography, scientists couldn't confirm the scroll's contents. The statue remains sealed. Lion statue. In 2014, a golden lion statue was discovered at the Old State House in Boston. Within it was a time capsule found in the lion's head during its reconstruction. Interestingly, the existence of the time capsule was noted in the Boston Globe in 1901, but was later forgotten until a descendant of the sculptor found a letter from him in the capsule. It contained newspaper clippings, photographs, autographs, and letters from politicians and Bostonians. Boston authorities intend to create a duplicate of the statue's content with new items for future generations. Unexpected discoveries inside a monster statue. Inside this monster statue, created by sculptor Giambologna by the late 16th century, were rooms that made the sculpture more lifelike. Water flowed from a special stream, and the monster spewed it out through its left hand. A room in the monster's head was presumably for a special fireplace, emitting smoke from its nostrils. This model demonstrates the statue's mechanism. Matryoshka statue. This statue of Buddha Praputa, 2.7 meters tall, is located in Bangkok, Thailand. It used to be plastered over, giving the impression of a useless artifact. Believed to have been created in India between the 13th and 14th centuries, the statue arrived in Bangkok in 1801 and was displayed at the Wat Huanaram Temple. In 1935, it was relocated to Wat Tramet. However, due to its size, it remained outside the temple for many years, protected only by a wall roof from weather conditions. In 1955, during an attempted transfer to another Bangkok temple, the statue fell, revealing the golden parts of its inner structure. Workers removed the plaster and found gold. The golden statue consists of 9 parts and has a key for disassembly. Historians believe the statue was plastered over to hide it from the Burmese invasion in the 17th century. That's all for today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.